God, I've seen some real war, as has this tank here. It's got its tracks ripped off it. So between 1955 and 1975, the Vietnam War raged on, and the North Vietnamese troops, backed by the USSR and China, against the South Vietnamese troops, backed by the USA. An estimated 3 million people died in the whole conflict. And as I mentioned, the North Vietnamese backed by the USSR and China, and the South Vietnamese army backed by the USA. So it was a kind of a proxy war. And actually, it's all starting to sound a little bit familiar. What else do we know? What other wars do we know of that are going on kind of at the moment that are proxy wars? War, man, what is it good for? Absolutely nothing. It's just a money-making exercise. And the cost? People's lives. Human sacrifice. So much sadness. So much death. instruments of death. That's what these are. It's very easy to have, you know, memories of Vietnam because we all grew up with the films from the Vietnam War. And I don't really want to say the romantic notion of war, but I think that's what the movies kind of painted. Not a romantic notion, that's probably the wrong word. But certainly a picture was painted by the movies. And you don't often hear the story of the Vietnamese soldiers, just generally from the American perspective, from what we know in the West anyway. Look at all these shells. It's just hard to imagine being on both sides, North and South Vietnam. The Americans that were there, the Australians fought as well, obviously all of the Vietnamese. People from Laos, Cambodia, everyone was involved. And you couldn't imagine being on a battlefield, or if you weren't from Vietnam, you know, from thousands of miles away from home in the jungle. And every day of your life, you're living in fear of one of these coming raining down on you, killing your friends, killing the people. What's this? I don't know much about weapons, but they seem very rudimentary here. But still, the end goal was exactly the same. Cluster bombs. Cluster bombs. Now, didn't they explode just before they hit the ground, and the inside spread everywhere like a cluster of whatever was inside these things? Again, because we've seen movies, you get so disconnected from the actual reality of war. Unless you fought in a war, then you know. I haven't. I wonder how many lives these weapons and bombs are responsible for. Too many. This is a museum, I guess, to remember the war. And as we saw there a little moment ago with the tanks and the planes and all the shells and the cluster bombs and the instruments of war, they never stop being produced, do they? And someone somewhere is making money out of all of the wars that go on. And you know the thing, as much as Vietnam's been through and Southeast Asia, Southeast Asian people aren't the type of people to hold grudges. Far from it. They're actually some of the nicest people you'll ever meet, and that's the truth.
They left tank to the water. They put. Who go along him? Look, follow him, please. Put down the two guys. Come with me. We see the tunnel together. The first we enter from here, where we get the water for drinking and cooking. 10 meters long, we come out over there. Please be careful on your head on the way. Right? Please follow me. see the wells? There's a well there. And then follow me, come this way. Left-hand side. Left-hand side, please. Please, left-hand side. Crazy, right? England. Me too.
Me too, yeah.
But just you
No, rubbish.
You?
So be careful.
You know what? The hole from here. Please come over here, Maru. Right here, you see the hole. That's the one of the ventilation for air to enter the tunnel for breathing. We make look like the termite mouth. Because when the rainy season, the water couldn't get down the tunnel. And the hole over there, you see? The hole for fighting. The fighting
right.
bunker. In the war time, we under the ground, we look very far from here, we fighting. 250 kilometers. Every 10 to 15 meters, we go one like this. The entrance over there, you go in and go out. That's new entrance for tourists. In the war time, we enter the tunnel from the secret entrance very small. Hello, below my roof over here.
Whoa. That's a real
See the
reenactment.
secret entrance. The door to enter. Look at here. The rim of the entrance we're making by wood. Because when the rainy season, the wood will expand a bit together. The water couldn't get down the tunnel. Now, right here, check the photo. Don't go down more. Somebody want to try? You do it for photo.
No way.
Please. I wanted to show you. You just stand in here. Lifting your leg up. Like this to photo. Don't go down more. The tunnel will go a long way over there. Please.
Should we take a picture?
You want to do the photo? Like this for photo. Hey, those up. Everywhere. Please, everybody stay here waiting for 1 minute. You can do photo.
Okay, picking you guys.
And I'm looking 500,000 tons of bomb. A lot of bomb already.
It's a B-52 bomb.
Yeah, that'll drink.
Bloody hell.
Trap. This is the trap under the ground to stop make an army camp. Because at that time we not enough weapon for fighting. We have to use the bamboo. We're making a trap under the ground to stop make an army camp. So when they came, they make an army. They couldn't know where the trap. So when someone step on, they will fall down.
Się zabić. Dobrze, chodźmy sobie dalej.
They will be stunned by bamboo spikes there, shot by the bamboo.
Booby traps.
Could not kill US.
We see under the ground hospital. From here to there 5 meters you can come out. Please, come in. Be careful on your head, please. The room for the wounded soldier after operation over there. Please, put your head all the way. This one. This was for wounded soldier. Yes, everything will be under the round. Look like this. Look like it. In the wartime, everything must be under the round. We have to travel. Each side big room. It could contain about nearly 50 people. You got to have blood pressure, heart attack, or asthma?
Not yet.
Yeah, okay, good. If you
It's
got
coming.
some problem, please back the hospital over there. Please follow me. Chỗ đó. Top line, he went up. We making from both sides here. We got the trap. In case make an enemy camp, the first is shooting, and then they use to be to the left corner or the right corner for standing for fighting. They be falling down.
Oh, they go to the corners when they fight.
Yes. This
Tapioca. Tapioca.
Not the tapioca.
Oh wow! I think that was insane.
Fucking hell.
In Vietnam. And when they got a lot of bombs, many houses were destroyed. So anyone wants, they can still remain in their house. Just stay there. No one will get out. So they will make the tunnel inside of their house too. So enemies come, anyone comes, knock the door. That's enemy. They will get in. So US will come to this room, will come to the house. Hey Viet Cong, I'll give you 5 seconds to open the door right now. No one answers. Hey Viet Cong, I give you one more chance. I will give you 10,000 US dollars. Open the door right now. No one still answers. Yeah, so this one, firstly, set up like this behind the door. They will hang behind the door. So when they get angry, when no one answers, they kick the door. This one will be activated. This one, 2 sessions. If you could start from a first session, for the second, still works, still swing. So which part of your body? This one, it will start to you.
Your balls.
No children. Single forever. After this one. You want to restroom now or restroom?
Oh my god, them tunnels were horrific, man. I think the longest one we crawled through there was 30 metres, and that was enough for me. Heights and tight spaces I don't really get on with. I've come to realise that now as I'm getting older, but god damn, the systems and the underground systems that the Vietnamese built there, I couldn't imagine living underground for any prolonged period of time, especially while bombs are raining down at you, troops are knocking at your door trying to kill you. Absolutely horrifying stuff. I really felt it there in that 30-metre tunnel. I couldn't really get a pure video of it because it was so dark, but halfway through that 30-metre tunnel I wanted out. I ain't even joking, I wanted out. Man. Well, my friends, that's all from the Chu Chi tunnels in Vietnam. So definitely go and put that on your list if you go to Saigon. I think it's a taxi drive, probably about an hour and a half outside of Saigon, or you can book a tour or whatever it is, but put it on the list because it is properly amazing. It gives you a good perspective of the Vietnamese, how they defended themselves against invading troops, etc. So yeah, so check it out. But until next time, my friends, keep navigating.